of the hunter, Nez Perce Valley. As I hunt these hunting grounds, I've always wondered, how accurate these locales are, these locations. Are they real? Is this map a complete, replica of that area? I'm guessing maybe it isn't. But I've always wondered that as I hunt and I see certain landmarks and the terrain. I'm really intrigued to know what is this place, because I've never heard of it before. So based on my research, I came across a few articles, a few Wikipedia, which I take with a grain of salt, but I think it's pretty cool. Definitely back in the day, this land was inhabited by indigenous Indians, indigenous people, North American people to be exact. They named themselves Nimipu, meaning we the people. They seem to be also named by the French, which is Nez Perce, which means Perce nose, or Nez Perce, if I'm saying that correctly. So they are the indigenous people of the plateau. It's said that they've been around since, for 11,500 years. So these people go way back. They pretty much have lived there for a very long time. This land seems to be sort of shared. This reservation seemed to be shared, which comprised of the northeastern Oregon, southeastern Washington, and central Idaho in the United States. It's said that they are one of the largest tribe and most powerful tribe. I'm not sure if that's in all of the US or just in that area, but they're a very, very efficient, powerful tribe. They lived mostly, obviously, off the land, hunting, fishing, gathering of wild roots and berries. They ate salmon, they hunted mule deer, moose, elk, gray wolf, and we have this in the game. So this is really cool to see, the team drawing likeness, traditions from the locales. They were led by Chief Joseph, which ran the people, the army. It seems like they were involved in a war in 1877. I think it lasted for 5 months. The People's Army was like 250, and they were able to sort of conquer or fend back, the US troops of 5,000 people. Imagine that in those times, of spears and whatever they were able to make off the land to sort of defend themselves. 250 people, Indians, fend off 5,000 troops. Yeah, those people were gangster. They seem to be very efficient, very well trained in what they, in defending their tribe and their land. As I look on the map for Nez Perce, He-Devil and She-Devil mountain areas are real. These are real locations that I have found on my research on the map. So those areas seem real. I'm not sure about the other areas, if those names are made up or if there's any real meaning to it. And they seem to be involved in a war, as I've said before, and I was looking for signs of war on the map, which I have not come across anything yet. The closest that I've found, I came across a plane crash. This plane basically up in the mountains, and the plane seems to be a DC-3. Now when I looked that up, there's nothing pertaining to a war per se, but this happened around Moose Creek, and it seemed to be, I guess the plane was riding, I believe it's like 10 or 12 people, I guess, taking them to that area, I guess either to work or whatever the case may be. And the plane, one of the engines, I believe, burst into flames, and the other one stopped working, and the pilot tried to land the plane and hit some trees and the plane crashed. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with the war or anything like that. I don't think so. I think this came a few years after, but it is the only sign of any kind of tragedy or war or any type of thing like that on Nez Perce. Eventually, the tribe, lost to the troops in 1877, October 5th, and they surrendered. And I think some of the tribes they kind of moved them, to different areas of the land. And this land pretty much became a reservation where you can do tours, you can hike, you can hunt, so it's a pretty awesome history here, man. It's really something that I was really intrigued with. No other game that I've played really piqued my interest in that way, that I went, looking for lore, to see what was the meaning of the place, where we hunt. We spend all this time hunting, and these are real localizations, and it's really nice to know the history of it. If I find anything else more about this map, I will do a part 2 on it. If any kind of new information comes up that I do find. I do plan to do one for Transylvania and see what the lore is on that map. So thanks again for listening, watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next video.